Hi everyone! Good evening and welcome to another episode of Pitstops with Samira. I am your host, Samira Herrera, and tonight, together with my guest for tonight, we hope to refuel and recharge your energy as we start the Christmas vacation week. Diba? I know for most, especially for parents of school-aged kids, today is the first Monday, the first day of hashtag walang pasok, right? And also for employees, I know a few friends, nag-file na sila ng vacation leave nila at ang balik ay 2021 na. Diba? So this is the start of our Christmas break. Ang saya, diba? Pero alam ko, karamihan na-overwhelm sa mga ganap ngayong season na to at sa kabisihan na nangyayari. Tapos na ba ang mga shopping list ninyo? May mga kailangan ba bang bilhin? Masikip na ba yung sala ninyo dahil puno ng uh, mga kailangan ipadalang regalo, ng mga binagot na gifts natin, at yung mga niregalo din sa atin, baka nandiyan dyan, di ba? Punong-puno na sa living room natin. Wala na bang mapwestohan? Well, yan ang topic natin tonight. Making space, and why should we make space for us to receive? Of course, di ba? We cannot hold something kung puno yung kamay natin, kung meron tayong hawak. We cannot receive and take something, di ba? Of course, ano ba yung gusto nating ma-receive lahat, lalo na ngayong taon na to? Of course, blessings, di ba? We need and we want, we desire to receive blessings, lalo na ngayong Pasko at sa darating na New Year. 'Di ba? Kota na kasi si 2020, right? Kota na siya sa stress, sa heartache, sa mga problema. So at this point, 4 days before Christmas, it's about time for us to really reflect and assess kung meron nga bang space sa buhay at sa bahay natin na ayaw nating i-clear. Ayaw nating i-klaro, i-clear to give space. Kaya naman hindi makapasok-pasok ang blessings. So yan naman ang topic natin for tonight, making space for more blessings this Christmas. And our guest will share tips on how to really make that space. This is her second time to be with us here in Pitstops, and it's always fun and informative to have her as guest. Oh, sorry, nagkaroon tayo ng error earlier, hindi niyo pala ako nakikita, but I hope you heard me clear. Yan, ayan, kita niyo na yung face ko. Okay, so thank you to my husband for informing me about it. Okay, so as I was saying, our guest for tonight, second time niya na to be here. Second time niya na to be my guest here in Pitstops. And it's really informative yung topics niya that she's really an expert in. And to formally introduce her, our guest for tonight, her mission is to transform lives one home at a time. Being a wife, a mom of two, and a free spirit, she continues to live as intentional and joyful as she can while creating a wonderful life for her family. She used to work as a marketer in the healthcare industry for 10 years, living in the Philippines and in Malaysia. She is very imaginative and is especially interested in brain science. Apart from her love of food and travel, she gets excited bringing people together and arranging events and celebrations. Having keen attention to detail and the gift of making sense of things out of chaos, she eventually came across the wonders of home organizing as inspired by Marie Kondo. She then embarked on a journey to find out what truly brings joy in her life and met plenty of teachers along the way. When she left her job in 2019, she received her formal training on professional organizing from the National Association of productivity and organizing professionals and founded her own company, Clean Genius by Allison Brights OPC. Throughout her journey, she embraced the practice of Reiki and Seraphim Blueprint. She also deepened her learning about transformational coaching. All these tools are being used in her business as she progressively moves forward in transforming lives one home at a time. So let's call in our guest, Miss Ali Canita. Hi,
Hi.
Ali.
Hi, Sam. Thank you for your invitation. For me to be here again. So this is my second time to be here. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, it's my pleasure for you guessing on my FB Live kasi you know how special you are kasi nandun ka sa pilot episode natin. And madami rin akong na-receive ng feedbacks that time that they learned a lot from you. So it's really my privilege to have you again.
Yay, thank you.
And
Thank you. And
this
yeah.
topic, yeah, with this topic, napakaganda and timely because special also because it's about making space for blessings this coming Christmas.
Yes. Thank you. Very it's really awesome to know that a lot of your viewers found something very informative from our guesting. And it's also very timely kasi even our space, as you mentioned earlier, the living room, it's already filled up with a lot of gifts, lalo na pagka nag-aayos. And most probably, yung mga schedules natin are also very filled up. So, but how is it related to our topic for tonight, making space for blessings this Christmas?
Mhm.
So, blessings kasi it really depends on how you define what blessing is. So, blessing for me to share, blessing for me to see my kids having fun while playing. Ganon.
Yes.
Blessing for me is libreng pagkain. Mga ganyan. So, it really
True.
depends what blessings you'd like to invite for Christmas. But the thing is, blessings, material-wise or time-wise, couldn't arrive if there's no space for us to receive. So, perhaps it will also be timely for everyone as we end 2020 to scan, to take some time to think about what blessings they would like to receive. And if you really have space for it, scanning your mind, scanning your heart, scanning your body, and your physical space. But since ang usong topic is really on decluttering, so we'll go and talk about decluttering bulk of the time that we are here for tonight. Yeah. So, but then, even if you declutter in your physical space, if your mind space or your heart space are not feeling
Mhm.
so well, are not really filled up with not so good things, then whatever you have in your physical space will not have any meaning. You might not feel contented. You might not feel joyful because you are not feeling well inside of you. So that is what's really important for us. That's why I put everything together in terms of our own practice of decluttering, that we also see what is inside of us so if we can reflect it to the outside of us. Yon.
Yes, that is so true. I really like what you said kasi kahit na anong, uh, yun nga, kahit anong declutter mo, 'di ba? And I mean, physical, when your heart is really full of worries or your mind is full of worries, tapos yung heart mo meron ng mga, mga emotions na ayaw mong i-let go from the past na pwede na namang i-let go, about time to let go, pero you keep on holding on onto it for some reason. Ang hirap pa rin mag-move forward and to really appreciate what's around you, which is, yun
Mm-mm.
nga, yung physical space that you're blessed with, hindi mo siya ma-appreciate because of the other, the other things that you're holding on to.
Mm. True
Like,
yun. Kasi
how do
like,
you
how
this?
do you yeah.
Yeah.
So like kasi it's a really good example na your space kasi, if whatever is there, parang if kunyari, if your mindset is based on scarcity na, uy, kailangan ko nito, I cannot let go of this kahit na hindi mo naman na talaga siya kailangan. Because of that fear, deep-seated fear of scarcity, deep-seated fear of or nakasanayan na siguro kasi 'di ba, like most of our parents, the generation na iba, they live through the war. So, yung
Mhm.
mindset nila where I need to keep this because what if something happens in the future? Then I cannot let go. So, parang kanya-kanya tayo ng perspectives when it comes to letting go kasi because of the things that we started to believe in. So, it really all starts with the belief. Um, so like for example, if you have time to really scan ano yung mga beliefs that you think that were taught you or ingrained, you can start there. Kasi kunyari mag-declutter ka man, but because you have already moved everything out, kunyari nag-minimalism style ka of living,
Yeah.
but then after a while you realize that you start accumulating things again.
Yeah.
Maybe it's really time for you to check what is it that you believe in. Why do you have this pattern of buying again and again? Kunyari, isang pack of, kunwari, 6 rolls of tissue lang, okay na ikaw sa isang buwan, pero ang binili mo, times 12.
Oh
Why?
my gosh.
Parang,
Oo,
di ba,
naku,
parang,
naalala ko din yung di ba there was a point itong year na to, yung hoarding ng bathroom tissue, di ba? So parang anong reason? So may ganun nga, scarcity,
mm.
mentality.
And, ang parang yung effect of that, kunyari in your pantry, instead of having food there, but you have this X amount of tissue or whatever, then how can you make space for other things that you really truly need? So just to make an
Yeah.
example, just to make it very clear as an example, kasi 'di ba yung space naman natin, hindi naman pwedeng overload na talaga. Kung punong-puno siya, then how can you have space for other things that are necessary for you? Or things that could be blessings na talaga for you. Ganyan.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
that's
that's
true.
yeah.
Yeah, it all boils down sa ano yung belief natin.
Yeah.
Correct. And also, yun nga, sabi mo kasi, di ba nauso yung minimalism. So, napanood yon siguro napanood sa Netflix and all, ginaya. Pero umabot siya sa point na you started accumulating things again. So, maybe there's something that you really need to parang sort of i-heal
Yes.
mo, parang, to really tackle that kung ano talaga yung root. And yeah, the belief. Kaya para talagang dire-diretso yung
Mm.
pag-receive or
Yeah.
pag-open mo ng space to receive more blessings.
Parang similarly, i-connect natin siya sa Christmas as in preparing like the holiday season. If you scan, maski yung time mo, where do you spend your time in? Are you happy with the things that you are doing during the holiday season? Na parang how do you fill up your time? Kasi perhaps you still keep on working na hindi naman na kailangan na mag-work because it's also time for you to rest, to be more productive, to also, spend time with yourself. Pero work ka ng work. Why do you work? Is there a specific belief on why you keep on working? Is it because kasi pagka wala na akong work, wala na akong pera? Kasi may mga parang why are you doing things the way you do? And it's also a good time to start thinking about it. What are the things in 2020 that really, kasi all of us have fears naman, and because we are all human. But you can also take time to think, what are the thoughts that are working for you or that are working for you that you can take to 2021, and the thoughts that you don't like in 2020 na pwede mo nang i-let go so that you can have a better year for 2021. Mga gano'n na you can really take time for that. So, yun, my first tip is really to scan your space. Kasi it's really important to be aware. Awareness is one thing so that you know what to do next. So once you have already scanned your mind space, heart space, physical space, then you can really think of an intention that you want. So kunyari in your space, kunyari sa bedroom, in the bedroom I would really want to be able to sleep very well. Pero sa bedroom mo nandun din yung TV mo, nandun din yung computer mo, nandun din yung kung ano pang nagpapagising sa'yo, then it will be a difficult place for you to really be able to sleep well. So if you put an intention or a point that your room is a place for you to rest and recuperate, then surround your room or spruce up your room or fix your room in such a way that it will help you make the intention happen. Parang gano'n. Na ano siya. So, for Christmas, iko-connect ulit siya for Christmas. So, for Christmas, I would like my family to feel joyful and parang very in a celebrating mood because we cannot go out, kunyari. So, so that is the intention to create that space so that parang it's a blessing to be able to feel that, 'di ba? So how do you do that? Na parang instead of mag-clean ka lang tapos wala kang na-achieve kasi you didn't set an intention, a specific intention for that. Yeah. So if you don't set an intention, what happens is time will just pass you by, opportunities will pass you by because you didn't even put in your mind how you want things to be. You know, like put a version that you would want. Kunyari, um, I want to become a minimalist. So, syempre, 'di ba, you will let go of things that you do not want and get rid of the excess things. So, usually naman kasi being a minimalist, meron silang particular intention. They want to feel parang at ease and relaxed and peaceful at home by lessening the things around. So, iba-iba din naman yung intentions of yung mga nag-minimalist. Apart from pagtitipid, apart from making the workflow at home very productive na you only or even just a wardrobe. How long do I want to spend time thinking of what to wear today? Instead of I only have an option of one color, then at least I don't have to think about it. So, iba-iba din naman tayo ng pinanggagalingan on why do we do the things we do. But it's really important to put an intention of what do you really desire? How do you want really things to be for you at home? Ayun.
Yeah, so like what you said earlier, yung kung ano yung why, no? You set the intention based on what ano talaga yung gusto mo na mangyari and why. Why do you want it or why do you need it? Oo.
Yeah, or
Yeah, so,
like maski sa mind space, mentally, what are the thoughts? What are the thoughts that how do you want to feel? So because your thoughts create the feelings eh. So you go back to your thoughts and then you go back to your belief. Ano yung mga hindi nag-work doon? Perhaps it's time for you to destroy them, discard them purposefully, and then just change them into something that will help you move forward. Mga ganyan. So, inaano ko lang siya, nire-relate ko lang from mind to heart and the physical space.
yes, that's true. And also, I'd like to share, naalala ko kasi, I realized while you were talking, yung dati, yung you need to, I feel the need to attend every parties that we get invited to. Tapos talagang pipilitin mo yon na isiksik sa calendar mo. Tapos niisip ko, why? Bakit nga ba? May fear of missing out, diba?
Yes.
Oo, so
FOMO.
FOMO. So once you realize that na, ba't ko ba siya gustong attendan lahat? Kasi nga FOMO, fear of missing out. So when you admitted that to yourself, na yun lang pala yung reason mo, that's the time that I get to realize na pwede namang hindi ko to attendan. Kasi the real why kasi why you want to attend those parties, to really spend time with your friends, di ba, yung mga important people to you. Pero kung na-invite ka naman dun sa hindi naman masyadong, hindi mo naman masyadong close yung relationships mo dun sa mga people dun sa party. And pwedeng hindi ka na umattend dun, you can decline. Diba?
Yeah,
So,
yes.
same thing.
Mm.
Oo.
Parang if you're really not feeling well, 'di ba? Bakit ka pupunta? Or kung takot ka for your family to go out, parang you have to set your boundaries. How you actually want to participate na just be able to accept your choice, your intention. And some people kasi they borrow intentions from other people. Not really intentions, they borrow ideas from other people that do not reflect who they really are. Tipong, I want this because I want it to be Instagram worthy. Or I want this so that I can, it's parang Pinterest siya. Or alam mo yung parang may external validation na connected to it. But at one point, you have to ask yourself, who matters ba talaga? And you yourself matter. So, you don't have to get that validation from other people. And it's a belief, it's another belief din siguro na siguro I just get validation pagka may pumansin sa akin, ganyan. So, those are things na you have to, that's why it's also really important to scan your space na maganda nga siya. Pero may missing kasi yung pala there's something not so authentic that is propelling for you to manifest those kinds of things. Ganun.
Yes. Even sa space sa house, no? Parang kaya mo lang gusto bilhin yung decor, certain decor na yon or certain color na yon kasi nga yun yung uso sa Instagram, para sa IG feed, mo, di ba? Maganda. Pero it doesn't reflect naman kung ano yung family ninyo. Yeah. So, parang ipipilit mo siya. So, yeah, you really have to scan your space and really assess kung nagmamatter sa'yo yun and not just for invitation from external,
Yes. Since na-mention mo yan, parang a lot of the people I spoken to about organizing their spaces, and based on surveys also, most of them have bought containers so that they can start decluttering. Tapos, and then when they did decluttering, yung may mga boxes or mga plastic containers that do not fit at all, tapos hindi nila magagamit. Tapos sayang, another tambak na naman sa bahay. So yun, na parang
nauso siya this year lalo na yung ang cute, ang gaganda, tapos may mga labels na, like lalo na para dun sa mga nagbe-bake, na ang ganda pa ng mga labels, di ba? Nakita ko yan. And also, nauso din yung mga, kung merong plantita, may platita. Kasi mga plates, magaganda.
Na super, actually, parang almost talaga, muntikan na ako bumili. As in, kasi gusto ko, I want my, yung sa table setting for Christmas. Tapos yung mga presyo niya, parang mga 1-2%, mga ganyan. Pero sabi ko, teka, bibilin ko ba to? Mapapaisip ka talaga eh. Kasi parang ako, lalo na, I live in a small space. We live in a 3-bedroom unit na mga 6 kami nakatira dito with the kids and our help. So, it's parang nagiging criteria ko of buying is if I actually have space for it. Na parang okay, filled up na yung cabinet ko for the plates. So if I buy this another set, sigurado ako sa storage room siya pupunta. Pero sa storage room ko, do I still have space sa storage room? Wala na din. So parang ko, okay, it's just parang it's still very special for us to be together without having those expensive plates naman. So parang na-realize ko, okay, at least I caught myself there bago ako bumili talaga.
Yes, I think, meron ba tayong viewers na mga husbands? Pa-comment naman, I think gusto ng husbands yung tip mo na yon. So the first tip is scan your space. May space ka ba for that thing that you want to buy? Diba? O baka naman scan your space din kasi baka meron ka na pala nun. I
Exactly.
thought it would serve the same purpose, so hindi mo na kailangan bumili ng bago. So
Mm.
yeah,
Yeah.
one scan your food muna. So I think yung mga daddies gusto yung tip na yan para maiwas sa gastos.
Mm. Tsaka it's ano, very important din kasi na kunyari when you scan your space, then you will already see where you want to start decluttering. Na parang, ay sa
Mhm.
kitchen namin ano, meron akong noodles dito sa kabilang cabinet, tapos meron akong noodles din dun sa kabila. Tapos bili ng noodles kasi akala wala ng
Wala.
noodles kasi hindi maayos yung pagkalagay, nakalimutan na may noodles pa pala dun sa kabilang cabinet. So parang ano, yun, it's really important that you find out saan ba yung feeling mo not so good and what are the problems that you have been facing na bumibili kayo hanggang sa nag-expire kasi nakalimutan nyo na meron pala or yung pag-arrange lang it's not really very visual, parang not good for the eyesight kasi hindi mo siya nakikita. Tapos pagka
Hindi mo
nag-general
magagamit.
cleaning ka, bigla mong sasabihin na, uy, meron pala tayo nito, patingin nga ng expiry. Uy, hindi na natin nakain. Ayun. Masakit siya.
Oo,
Masakit siya talaga na
kaya
ganun. And it's ano, based on experience. So, hindi naman siya parang kasi kanya-kanya tayo ng journey din when it comes to decluttering and organizing. And I also felt that na super sakit na, ang sarap pa naman nito, nakalimutan ko, yung mga ganyan.
oo. Ikaw sa food talaga, no?
Oo, sa
Oo,
food.
ganun. Oo, ganun din. Also from experience, ganyan din. Pag pumunta ako sa house ng parents ko, nanonood kaya si mama. Baka magalit na ibubuking ko siya. Pero pag pupunta ako dyan, check ko yung ano niya, pantry niya, yung cabinet niya. Ako yung nag inventory meron pa bang ano dito, baka matagal, kailangan nang i-open kasi bago ma-expire. And yun nga, true enough, may nakikita ako na buti sana kung malapit ma-expire. Meron akong nakita, expired na talaga. So, di ba,
Mm.
sayang kasi yun nga, kung nag-inventory muna tayo before we get to accumulate or get buy new stuff, hindi sana mangyayari yun. Yeah, so scan
Mm.
your space and do a self-inventory.
Yes, it's really important. And ano, if I connect that to intention setting, so na-scan mo na yung kitchen mo. Yung kitchen mo ba, are you nourishing your family with good food? Eh kung yung intention mo is for your family to be healthy, then you can check back, ano ba yung pinapakain ko sa pamilya ko? So yun, 'di ba? Parang i-co-connect
Yeah.
mo siya. That's why ano, I like being an alignment consultant. It's because I align, making sure na yung parang the ideas that we have, is it manifesting or nangyayari ba siya in our physical space talaga? Yun na parang, 'di ba, sasabihin mo na, "I want to have a very happy family." Pero hindi kayo makagalaw kasi ang daming bagay, sobrang daming clutter. So, what kind of happy family do you see for your family ba talaga na tipong yung mga anak mo were able to play in the living room, ganyan. So, really has to be connected and then aligned to what you really want. Ayun.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then ano, can I share my next tip na?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, yun. So, syempre 'di ba, you already scanned and then you already set your intention. So, it's time for you to clear out your space. So, there are plenty of ways to do it. There are plenty of experts doing that. Marie Kondo, the KonMari way, meron minimalist, sobrang dami. Maraming na talaga. And if you look in the States, meron din silang napakadaming professional organizers there. So that's why it's actually maybe because in the States sobrang yung consumerism doon grabe talaga. But ours kasi sa atin parang there's a bit of hoarding because we might not have it because of all the typhoons and all the natural calamities na nangyari sa atin as a country, plus consumerism, Shopee, Lazada, etc. So I can just imagine in the different households, iba-iba talaga yung mga ideas, mga stories, and mga beliefs. Um, And not it really depends on you how you want to do it, and it really depends on the intention that you want. So, there are things that sometimes it's difficult to go back and to really think through ano ba yung mga beliefs ko when it comes to my space. So, well, you guys can message me if you have questions on how to let go, ganyan. But we can also talk about it later. But the thing is, you have, it's your way. There's no one way to do it. But the important thing is, you have to set the intention that you want. So when you clear out the space, what is it that you do not want in your space? Usually we call that clutter. Clutter are things that we do not use anymore, things that are not necessary, things that are basically things that that are not that being used anymore. So kung hindi na ginagamit at kung wala na talaga as in basically ignored na, perhaps it's time to let go. Kunyari kunyari meron kang TV, saktong-sakto Pasko, 'di ba? Kunyari meron kang TV, ilan na yung TV niyo pala sa bahay, 5. Hindi ka makabili ng TV na bago kasi may nakalagay na dun sa lalagyan ng TV. Or meron kang TV pero hindi mo siya nilalagay sa tamang place or whatsoever. Perhaps it's time for you to let go of those electronics that do not work anymore. Pagka nabenta mo yon sa junk shop or perhaps it's still working, meron ng ibang pamilyang magiging super saya makabili ng murang TV, then you have extra money to buy for that new TV. Parang it's really just, parang think of it as a concept of upgrading. Instead of nakatengga na yung mga gamit mo sa bahay na hindi naman nagagamit, you can lump the benta to buy something new to upgrade your own TV. Ganyan. Or sa cabinet na hindi na masara yung cabinet, yung pintuan ng cabinet. Tapos Shopee ka pa din ng Shopee of new clothes. O kaya yung mga hindi na nagkakasya ng mga pantalon, mga 1990s pa.
Ayaw
Tapos
i-let go.
nandun pa din, ayaw i-let go dahil kasi kakasya pa daw. Pero syempre, which part of you really believes na kakasya siya? It doesn't mean na napaka-nega naman nito, hindi nakakasya sa akin. Yung totoo lang naman. Na be honest with yourself kasi you might be putting unnecessary pressure na ikakasya mo pa siya. Pero kung i-accept mo na papayat ako, kakasya pa rin ako siguro sa pantalon na yan. But by that time, I will also have money to buy that size for myself. Diba? So, hindi ba siya mas positive na bigay mo na sa iba, you don't have to wait for it, kasi pagka nanggigil ka sa pagpapapayat, mas anong hindi ka papayat. Totoo. Diba? Usually naman ganun.
Oo. And also, yun nga, may pressure. Yan, no, parang hindi rin maganda yung feeling when you're confronted na ano ba, hindi pa kasya. Parang nasasaktan ka din. So, may negative, may pressure.
Diba? Parang,
also, I like what you said, that you can bless another family or another person, bigay mo sa kanila yon, or put it on sale na yun nga, mas mura. Kasi ako, I do that. I do garage sale online. Kasi nga, online lang tayo ngayon. So, I sell them at really, kasi nga yung price, hindi na siya masyadong, hindi ko na tinataasan. Kasi nga, gusto ko na rin siyang i-let go. So, pag meron talaga akong season na declutter ako, tapos lahat yon I take pictures, tapos I post them online, parang garage sale online. And nakakatuwa, kasi yung akala mo na may bibili kaya, meron talagang bibili, tapos nagre-review sila, they give you feedback na nagustuhan ng anak nila, nagustuhan ng kapwa nila. So, it also feels good na yun, na may natuwa at may na-bless na bagong tao dun sa dati mong, sa pre-love stuff mo.
Yes. Since sobrang believer talaga ako nun, na kasi 'di ba yung mga clutter is actually presence of delayed decisions. Na there's a part of you that is not ready to let go, or things that you might have been ignoring in your life. Or talagang busy ka, hindi mo na talaga napapansin. But it's
Yeah.
meron kasi siyang energy talaga. Energy in a way, it takes up space na dapat may mga bagay ka na love mong nilalagay doon pero hindi mo malagay dahil may nag-occupy pa. 'Di ba sabi nga sa science, no two things can occupy the same space at the same time. So you really have to
Yeah.
let go. You really have to let go and make that space so that maka-invite ka ng something that you would really love. And depende sa definition mo ng blessings, yun yung may lalagay mo dun sa sa space mo. So, yun, na parang siya talaga, it's really, how do I say, parang very, very important na mag-let go. Lalo na ako, parang, ito yung pinaka-literal na version of, kasi mahilig ako, di ba, mag-flea market, magbenta online ng mga pre-loved stuff. And literal, when you sell it, it comes back to you as a blessing in the form of money. So when you let go, you're able to receive something new. And with that money, you can buy something else. Or you can even use that money for something that you really love. Kunyari, savings for your family, or insurance, or whatever form. Because it's also energy na exchange mo siya. Na something more important for you. Yun. So, clearing out naman, you can always start in a space. Di ba, nag-scan ka? So, you can always start in a space where you stay most of the time in. Or yung tipong doon ka na iirita talaga. Unang kita mo pa lang, oh my gosh, ayoko dito. So, yun ang pinaka-urgent na ayusin mo. Kasi you have that feeling na you have to let go. You have to, that feeling that you should release. When you do it in that particular space, while you do it physically, letting go, you are already releasing. And afterwards, that's why people say na pagka nag-declutter ako, it feels so much lighter, I feel so peaceful and calm. It's because it's literally, you're letting go and parang nag-release ka talaga ng space. So, you can start with that. Yung mga, kung hindi mo pa kaya mag-declutter, yung mga dumi talaga, tanggalin mo yung mga resibo sa wallet mo. Instead of resibo ang laman yan, tanggalin mo na para pera yung pumalit. Ganon.
Hindi pumasok na pera.
Diba? Oo, na parang, kung ang bigat-bigat ng wallet mo kasi puro coins, yung coins, ilagay mo na yan sa coin bank mo, big piggy bank, ganyan, para mapalitan siya ng papel. Yung mga gano'n na, 'di ba? It's actually something na pero totoo siya na first time ko narinig yun kay Chris Aquino nung bata ako. Na dapat nakahilig pera, maayos, para swerte. Totoo siya. Na talaga, na ganun yung siguro it's nasa mindset din kasi siguro na because my wallet is clean, I'm ready to accept whatever's coming to me and God will always give you what you desire. So, yun yung pinaka madaling way kung hindi kita ma-convince ngayon kung sino man ikaw na ayaw pa mag-let go. Ayun, that's the easiest way. I-free up mo siya para ibibigay ni God sa'yo yung nasa puso mo talaga. Yun.
Yes. Oo. Baka may questions yung ating mga viewers. We have a lot of viewers tonight. Wag kayo mahiya. Hindi naman kayo si Sir mo nag-envy.
Hindi. Hindi ko kayo
mahiya.
Tapos patingin.
Kasi ang gulo ng wallet eh. Kasi minsan, di ba, pag nakafold, suksok lang ng suksok, nakafold. Yung may sinabi ka kanina about kay God, na sabi nga, parang may naalala ko meron yata sa Bible na kapag hindi ka pa talaga ready for that, hindi pa talaga ibibigay sa'yo. So, di ba, kung nakita ni Lord, ang dami mo pang clutter, hindi ka pa ready. Ang gulo nga ng wallet mo eh. So, hindi ka pa ready for more money.
Diba? Actually, ganun din talaga. Na parang syempre may magsasabi na, paano yung mga nanalo ng loto na, alam mo yun, na parang, pero di ba yung sabi nga nila, yung mga nanalo ng loto, after 2 years, nawawala ulit yung pera. So, parang i-ready mo talaga yung sarili mo na for something. Kasi once you are ready, talagang magtutuloy-tuloy na siya talaga. So, it's not only about the space. Di ba sabi nga din sa Bible, parang sabi din na cleanliness is next to godliness. Parang, once everything is clean kasi, magi-clear din yung mind mo. And then, yung mga messages from your angels, messages from God, mga bright ideas start to come in because para kang sa mga plantito, plantita, yung para kang nag-ayos ng soil. And then for the seed to put in and then para mag-grow, ready mo na talaga pati yung space mo, gano'n.
Tama. I like that analogy with the soil and the seed. Mahirap nga naman ilagay yung seed kung hindi siya no, yung tinil na
Yes.
naka-clear and all, 'di ba? So hindi
Mm.
talaga So tama 'yon. Clear your space first.
Yeah, parang ready na po ako Lord, ganyan. Tapos, yung last ko naman would be the cycle of blessings. So when you clear out, kasi clearing out your space, I can just post it in my page how do you do your clearing out your space. But for me kasi this is the most important, the cycle of blessings. Yung items kasi or physical things, they have a purpose why they were created. Yung cellphone or whatever it is. Each item has a purpose. And parang to give justice to those things that were manufactured, invented, created with using God's resources. Parang we have to really use them. So if they're just standing by in your space and not being used, energy siya na naka-stock lang doon na could have been used for better things. So when you give away, when you let go of something and then you give it lovingly with gratitude and joy to somebody else, parang that feeling of gratitude pa lang is going to parang magiging magnet ka pa of more blessings. And then when you pass it on to somebody, to the receiver, that person will be very happy for having received blessings. And then that person will also pass the blessings to another. So give, receive, give, receive, give, receives, and becomes cycle of blessings talaga. So that's for Christmas, that's like the biggest takeaway I can share with you. That when you give, you also receive. And but do not give in the intention of hindi para makakuha ko nito ganyan. You just give. You just give and have faith that whatever your heart is asking for, God will give it to you at the right time. Yun.
Yeah. So I tama ba? I put it here. Keep the cycle of blessings going.
Yes.
Oh.
So yun, and it's very timely also for Christmas. As we also give, we're also receiving. So yun. And it shouldn't be naman during Christmas lang. You can give blessings in a form of kind words. You can also give blessings in the form of service to others na yung tipong busy, perhaps you are able to get some load from their shoulders. And the cycle will come in. The blessings will come in again and again in different ways. Not only just physical, not only just material.
Yes, oo. And yeah, it's true nga kasi 'di ba I heard or parang I've read a quote na like in happiness kasi 'di ba yun yung hinahanap natin lahat happiness. You can't get it na parang sa'yo lang. Nangyayari talaga naturally. Lumalabas yan at nasi-share mo around. Tapos yun nga, it goes in cycle na rin na nag-i-spread. So same with these blessings that we're talking about, whatever it is, kasi iba-iba naman din tayo ng idea natin and yung gusto nating blessing. So to keep it, if you want to have it also, to keep it coming to you, ano ba rin siya? Spread mo rin siya around.
Yeah, oo, parang sa feng shui, flow.
Ways.
Iikot lang. Diba?
That's true. Oo. Yeah, so may questions, listeners. Let me check.
So far, wala akong makita. Yeah.
Yeah. Si Miss Heidi here. Hello. And of course, your husband, si Julian. Yeah. May happy siya dahil hindi shopping ng mga plato.
Parang siya eh. Parang sabi ko, bili kaya tayo ng plato. Siyempre, oo naman din siya. Pero, Yun, buti na lang, hindi.
Buti na lang naalala mo wala ka palang space para sa plato,
Wala
sa
akong
bagong
space
plato.
para sa bagong plato. As in, siguro magagamit ko siya next Pasko. Ganon.
Mm.
Yan. So,
Oo. Ako din
wala.
kasi we live in condo. So, kaya yun din, sinasabi ko parang meron kaming pinagkasundoan before. That before kami mag-purchase ng bago, dapat may i-let go na dalawa.
Mm-mm.
Kaya talagang na period na time to declutter, which sa akin, hindi ko alam, medyo may daya yun sa akin kasi kailangan ko talagang mag-declutter lalo na sa clothes kasi nga growing kids yung anak ko. So talagang naka-program na yun sa akin na every may period na check na natin kung ano yung maliit na, let go na. Tapos
Mm-mm.
nasasama na lang din yung mga gamit, sumasabay sa damit.
Mm. Sobrang saya nga ngayon kasi marami ng mga pamangkin. So, yung mga 0 to 6 months, pwede mo nang ipamigay, ganyan. Kasi meron na talagang pagpupuntahan. Eh, ang mahal pa naman ng clothes ng babies, 'di ba? So,
Baby,
yun.
tapos ilang weeks lang masusunod, ilang
Oo.
months.
Mm. Feeling ko ang pinakamagandang tanong would be paano yung toys? Kasi ngayong Christmas, ang dami talagang toys na darating diyan. So have you prepared yourselves for the toys na darating? Ayun na parang kami, kasi 'di ba medyo masakit din sa ulo na siyempre of course I'm welcoming all the gifts for the kids and ano talaga na very thankful because kids would always want to have a lot of toys. But I guess it's also since you guys are on break, you can also look through the toys of your kids. And then see sino pa yung mga kompleto do'n, ano na yung outgrown, hindi na bagay sa edad. Perhaps you can give it to another another family member na may pwede na kid din na pwedeng ibigay na sa kanya. Para you can create space kasi if it's not being used naman tapos ang gulo-gulo na nung sa toy area, naku, sobrang stressful yun. The feeling that yung feeling pa lang na nakakita ka ng magulo, it's really disturbing the senses kasi. So, yun. You can start with that. And yung ano naman, ang technique ko naman din kasi doon, I put it in bags. Kunyari, ito yung puzzle. So the puzzle pieces has to be complete. Na hindi yung sama-sama in just one big mega box or something. Hindi niya malalaro yun eh. Na, where's the other piece of this? Eh di, hassle naman kasi instead of naglalaro na siyang diretso, tutulungan mo pa siya maghanap. So you
Teka
have
pa.
to you have to put things together. Kunyari, ito yung para sa train tracks, ilagay mo na siya sa, kung ziplock, kasha, kung hindi ziplock, a bigger bag, just a pouch or something. Don't buy anything new. Just use something that you can find at home. And then i-label mo lang siya na ito yung set of cars, ito yung vegetables, fruits, balls, mga ganyan. And it will really be at least you will already know ano yung kailangan mong i-let go at the first glance. Hindi ka na sort ulit. So it's really good to be able to sort the toys of the kids as early as now para alam mo na rin which are the ones you can let go. And para maging masaya siya na, okay, I want to play with my train set. So, kukunin niya yung train set niya, laro-laro siya doon. And you can already teach your toddler, okay, once you're finished, you can pack it away and then put it in the bag. And then if you want to play another one, then get the next one. Para hindi ka windang sa lahat ng nilabas niyang toys in just one snap.
Yeah, oo. Ako, share din ako ng yung style ko naman. Kasi nga pag Christmas tsaka birthday, di ba, ang daming nare-receive na toys, na gifts. When my kids were younger, yung mas madami pa talagang toys. Kasi ngayon, na sila medyo pang clothes na yung gusto yung wini-wish. Oo. So, nung sila toys pa, hindi ko pinapa-open na-open na nila yung gift. They know na what's the toy, the new toy. Pero hindi yan sabay-sabay i-open from the box. Meron akong cabinet before na mga new toys. Tapos, pagka sawa ka na dyan sa na-outgrow mo na yung nilalaro mo ngayon, you can choose. Partly kaming may department store na isang cabinet na parang department store. Parang, ang happy din. Kasi parang na-double yung cabinet. Happy nyo yun ng Christmas. or nung birthday niya. Pero after a few months, parang na-receive niyo ulit na bago. Kasi
Ang ganda.
papiliin mo ano next na toy na gusto mong i-open. So, para din kasi
Siguro,
nga
try ko nga yun. Para siyang you're also teaching your kid delayed gratification na nakita na
Yes.
niya. Tapos, sige. Parang teaching control a bit na,
Yeah.
and also patience.
Oo,
It's more of
patient, tama. No? But of course, sila rin naman yung nagde-decide, what do you want to open first? What do you want to play with first? Sila naman yung may say. Pero yun nga, sabi ko, hindi pwedeng sabay-sabay.
Yeah. Masaya yung gawin nung mas bata pa, like 1-year-old. Sige, this one hindi pa pasok sa age mo. Tago muna natin yan.
So,
yeah. So there, I think that's the last of everything, the cycle of blessings.
I think that sums up our topic for tonight. Kasi nga, when you make space, you also receive something na kapalit dun sa clear out mo na space, and it keeps the cycle of blessings going.
Yeah, but
really like
you have to be. Sorry.
I really like the idea yung blessing other home, like yung kasi parehas tayo na nag-flea market and garage sale eh. So I know that feeling na may naka-appreciate nung pre-love stuff mo. Nakakatuwa.
Yun talaga
I really suggest first. Oo, na-try nyo yung ganyan. We have, di ba, ako online, I do sa Carousel. Ang dali lang that yung for me, pipicturean mo lang siya, tapos upload na, lagyan mo lang ng price. Nakakatawa kasi talaga.
Yeah, tsaka yung mga garage sale groups.
Oo. Mga decluttering groups, no?
Oo. Tapos sa Instagram, #preloved. Mga ganyan.
May ganun din. I haven't checked Instagram. Parang usually sa Carousel ako and Facebook groups.
Yeah, so yun, parang siya. Yeah?
This 2020, parang ang dami rin naming nabenta na na mga big items. Like yung bookshelves ng mga daughters ko na dollhouse. Kasi medyo nagdadalagitan na eh. So parang, mami, ayaw na namin ng dollhouse na bookshelves. So syempre, papalit ako ng bagong bookshelves. Pero nabenta ko siya. Ang bumili, parang kakapanganak niya pa lang. Tapos gusto niya i-set up yung nursery ng baby girl nila. So, di ba, nakakatuwa. Sabi ko nga, send mo sa akin yung picture pag na-set up mo na yung nursery. Parang gusto ko makita. Kasi, syempre, minahal din namin yung dollhouse na yun.
Oo. Diba?
And also, yung na-mention mo, TV rack. Kasi nagdagdag din kami ng TV eh. Kasi dati wala kaming TV sa room. Syempre, dito lang kami sa bahay. So, para may bonding bago matulog. So, meron din kaming binenta na mga TV rack, minount na lang namin, mga ganon.
Yeah. Okay nga yun na minamount kasi you're making use of the vertical space instead of using the floor space. So that's another way of creating more space for your house.
Oo. So ikaw, you really suggest na yung make use of the vertical space.
Lalo na for limited. But there are things that you can put sa wall. When you have kids kasi, you have to look after the safety. Kung aabutin ba, ganyan. And yung to make sure that nakakabit siya ng maayos. Yun lang naman.
Yeah. Oo, ganun. Yeah, okay. So, aside from the tips that we put here on the screen, naalala ko yung tip mo na with the containers.
Yeah.
Kung mo bibili. I also use mga repurposed jars. Diba? Yun naman yung label eh. So, calligraphy ka na lang din ang sarili mong label. Or print, no? Print ka na lang. Ayan, para pang
DIY talaga. Yes. DIY. Madali din naman. Ang problem lang time. So, you just have to make time for the things that will make you happy.
Yeah, oo. Yun naman yun. Kung lalo ngayon, may break naman tayo, so you have the time. I hope this is your opportunity to, yeah, scan your space and then clear out some space and then keep the cycle of blessings.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Ali. So
Thank
thank you for
you.
accepting my invitation for you to be here. And as usual, very informative and I had fun with our conversation. And
Thank
baka may
you.
gusto kang i-promote.
Actually, I have a workshop in on December 30. It's called Intentional Decluttering for Abundance, for Joyful Abundance. So ano siya, wait, I'll see if I can still share my screen.
Yes, actually, yung intentional decluttering for joyful abundance is already on its second run. Tama? Kasi I
Yeah.
joined the first run
Mm.
and I really recommend it to
Ayun,
our viewers. The
ayan,
next run will be on December 30.
Yes, on December 30. Wait, I'll show this to you. There, that's the announcement. It's on a Wednesday, 10 o'clock to 11:30. So it's just going to be via Zoom. So you can go over my page in Instagram or Facebook. You can message me if you'd like to join. Yeah.
Yes.
And then I also
This is
have a giveaway pala. Ay, wait, can you still see it?
the
Yun,
Facebook page of Ali is Clean Green News, right?
yes. So I also have a giveaway because I do coaching of virtual organizing. So I do coaching of that, connecting what is inside of us to the outside of us. So I have a year-end giveaway. And there will be 5 winners for the Align Your Home 1 hour coaching with me. So you can just check my Instagram or Facebook and everything is just there. So if you'd like to join, kasi 5 yon. So, yun. Just, try it out.
So a year-end giveaway ng Clean Green News. The details is on the Instagram and Facebook page of Clean Green
Yes,
News.
yes.
And
Mm.
give for what ito? For
I
coaching.
want, yes, for
Correct.
coaching. Yeah. One-on-one coaching
One
with me.
coaching. Okay, so if we have viewers here na nahiyang magtanong, nahiyang mag-comment, kasi mabubuking ang kalat sa bahay. Yes, you can join the giveaway para maka one-on-one nyo si Ali, our
Yes.
alignment consultant.
Mm-mm.
Thank
Yay.
you. So,
Yay. Thank
else,
you, Sam. Sorry?
anything else? Yun lang.
No, yun na.
Okay,
Yeah, yun lang. Yes, yes. Yun lang.
thank you. Yeah. Uh, December 30, second run of the workshop, Intentional Decluttering for Joyful Abundance. I love that word, abundance. Especially for the coming, tamang-tama pala, no? December 30, so 2 days before New Year. So we should welcome abundance in our life.
Mm-mm. Yes.
Yes. Sali kayo sa giveaway and really para ma-align, i-align natin ang space natin sa ating bahay at buhay. That's it. So
Yes,
thank you
thank
very
you.
much,
Yes.
Ali, for being with us tonight. Naka 1 hour pa na tayo.
Oo.
So thank you. Kasi ang saya eh. Ang dami natin na mag-usapan and ang daming learning. So thank you very much for those who stayed with us for the past hour to make a space for more blessings this coming Christmas. So that's our prayer for everyone, for all of you, that we will be all ready to receive the blessings that we deserve, that are really meant for us. And yeah,
Mm-mm.
so pagka kasi nag-create tayo ng space, we welcome, we keep on growing, keep on expanding ourselves for clarity and abundance. So thank you
Yes.
again. Our
Thank
next
you.
episode here in Pitstops with Samira. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.